Hi guys, thanks for joining us. Everyone that's tuning in. As Jimmy just asked in the chat there 2 seconds ago, this isn't an AMA per se. I just want to give you guys a an update in in you know live because we said we would have an AMA today. We're meant to have one on Wednesday, of course. Yeah, it would be disrespectful not to just chat to you guys quickly. So, to let you know, everything is going well with the bridge release. I think that there's some. Again, I'm not technical in this regard, but I think that there's an issue with not an issue, but there's just some final checks being done. I expected it to be done already, but there's just another couple of things. We have to trust in the developers on this one. But certainly it's something that I'm expecting in very short order. We're going to postpone the AMA then until next week, and we have some important meetings coming up regarding business development, marketing, and things like this on Monday and Tuesday. So we will be. We're actually. I was speaking to Herman, and Herman has decided, and it's a good idea, that we'll actually just postpone the proper AMA until next Wednesday. And by next Wednesday, the bridge will be resolved. By next Wednesday, we will have had more of our stakeholders give us input on the plans that we have with regards to business development, etc. And we also hope to, by next Wednesday, have more material for you guys to show you what's been going on, etc., and what we're planning. Not just what we're planning, but what we've already kind of done. That's the important thing. I'm going to just give you an insight into what that will touch on and what that won't touch on in the big AMA that will happen next Wednesday. We might even have some partners, etc., join us on that day. That might be a good idea, and they'll give you more of a. I'm not going to pretend that they're completely neutral because obviously they're our partners, but they'll give you more of a third party view on how things are going and the plans and ambitions of the project, which we're more, we have to work quite closely with all of these people so they know where things are going and they can bring an extra added insight into things maybe, and also just might just be a good um a good yeah, interesting thing for the community, I suppose. So first and foremost, we are of course very aware of the need to push on with marketing, etc. That will be a priority. I know I've disappointed people in the past by saying that things were going to kick off, that we're going to increase uh, our marketing activities. I've said this over the past couple of months, and for various good reasons, there's been delays in that regard. But at this point, as people have said, it can't really be delayed much further, because especially with the first signs of growth from the actual market looking like they're going to, deliver some progress in the near future. So, with all that being said, I've explained in the past what some of the marketing dimensions there will be, such as we're going to have, of course, a uh, much more active presence on social media, etc. And then we will push on with some of the content that actually explains what Cherry does and why Cherry is important or useful or viable or however you want to put it. We'll be doing that as well. I think that's going to be quite important because we'll also be reviving the kind of community marketing efforts that we did in the past around mainnet launch, etc., which was quite successful. We need to clean up, some of our image in terms of, getting people more active in sharing our stuff. I suppose not clean it up, but just tighten it up. I suppose because a lot of these things have kind of been put on the they've kind of gone off the boil a tiny bit while we've been very focused on partnerships and most importantly, focused on the actual technical development from EVM release to the bridge, etc., the layer zero compatibility, which was there before that, which came out before that earlier this year, and of course the mainnet launch, etc. So all of these things will be discussed on Wednesday. I'm going to try and focus on marketing. I'm not going to talk too much about events or anything like that because we want to really discuss what the most important aspects are. It's going to be a longer AMA. Herman will give his brief, not that brief, but his succinct summary. And I will push on and I will talk to you guys at much more length about business things and non-technical things. And I'll have a lot to, I'll hopefully have something to show you as well. So we can just like go through all that. And by that point, the bridge will be 100% done. and Herman will have much more to share about the really top level strategic stuff that Herman and the founders discuss. And as I mentioned, we'll try and get a partner on the call as well. So it'll be quite enjoyable on Wednesday. In the meantime, there'll be a lot of announcements, etc., made. There'll be a few announcements, etc., made with regards to the bridge release and stuff like that. But we really want to push forward with actually explaining. It's not just about the technical developments, as you guys know. It's also about, as someone said in the chat yesterday, you can build these great things, but if nobody knows about them, then it's not really that useful, and it's not very beneficial for our community, for a project, and for ultimately for the economics of investing in the Cherry project. So we're going to get that boxed off next Wednesday. In the meantime, I'll start to discuss some such things with you starting on Monday, or Monday, actually, sorry, Monday evening. On Monday evening, I'll give more details about what we can expect in the etc. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop droning on about these things. Once again, very sorry about the fact that Herman can't join us. He's simply too busy. And there's some things that we decided that instead of just postponing the AMA till later or postponing till Monday, we're going to wait until Wednesday because we'll have an awful lot more to discuss then. So I'm going to start off with that. Thank you for tuning in. As I said, apologies again, but this time next week, or this time, sorry, in a few days on Wednesday, we'll have an awful lot more to share with you, and I think the community is really going to enjoy it, and we can kind of push on from there. So thank you for your patience, and I'll talk to you guys, I'm sure, over the weekend as well. So thanks for that, guys. I'll sign off there. Cheers.